Hi Siddhappa and welcome to my channel Complemental Economics, and today's topic increase and decrease of demand, otherwise even we can call it as shift in the demand curve. When it comes to increase and decrease in the demand, even we call that as a shift in the demand curve. Remember, that's even called as a shift in the demand curve. Other than the price, in the last exact previous video of mine, it was the movement along the demand curve, which is expansion and the contraction of the demand. So now in the same line, the last previous video of mine, price and demand relationship, when demand curve is moving upward, that means demand is contracted. The demand curve, when it is moving towards a downside in the slope, that means demand is expansion of a demand is happening. In this case, we discussed about the price and demand. So now what we'll do is we'll try to keep price as constant. Other so many determinants we have, determinants like consumers income, taste and preferences of him, propensity to consume, price of related goods. When these all things are going to change, instead of moving in the same line towards the downside, towards the upside, what we'll do is we'll shift the curve towards the right side, your left side of the actual demand curve. This is called as a shift, completely shifting towards the right side, completely shifting towards the left side. In the movement, when it comes to price and the demand, in this kind of relationship, we move towards the upward and the downward. But when it comes to other determinants, we shift towards the right side and we shift towards the left side. So whenever we talk about other determinants, we always talk about shift in the demand curve, otherwise increase and decrease in the demand curve. If the curve is moving towards the right side, it is increasing. If the curve is moving towards the left side, it is decreasing. This is called shift in the demand curve. So now let's see. In this situation, we have considered three variables instead of two. One is the price, you can see here. One is the price. Another is the income, consumer's income. And this is the demand. So Y is nothing but the income. As I told you previously, we use it for investment. So Y always used for the income. Y is nothing but the income in this case. Just imagine earlier income was 5,000 rupees. You can see here. When 5,000 rupees income is there, price is continuously decreasing. What is the demand? We'll see now. Just we'll observe this. So in this A, price is 5 rupees, I am demanding 10. Price started deteriorating and demand started increasing 15, 20, 35, 60. So price started decreasing, and the other side, the demand for the good is increasing when income is 5,000 rupees. On the other case, we'll consider, where I'm going to consider this example, we'll take the same price again. So you can see here the income of the consumer got increased to 10,000 rupees. When consumer income is going to increase, price is decreasing. When income increases, his demand is also going to increase. Instead of 10, he's purchasing 15 now because his income is 10,000 per month now. Here 15. For the 5,000 he used to purchase 15 units, now he is purchasing 20 units, 20, 25, 35, 40, 60, 65. From here to here, what happened is when price is decreasing, demand is increasing here also. But compared to this, demand here is more. The simple reason for that is his income got increased from 5,000 to 10,000. So the same situation now we'll discuss with the help of the diagram. So now you can see the diagram. In the x-axis you have quantity demand, y-axis you have price. X-axis quantity demand, Y-axis price of a commodity. So in this case, first let me talk about the first one. See, the first one is this situation, A, B, C, D, E, so that I am going to discuss. Now, when the price was 5 rupees, he demanded 10. When price was 4 rupees, he demanded 15. Price was 3, he demanded 20. Price is 2, he demanding 35. When price is 1 rupee, he is demanding 60. So we got the curve. This is the actual demand curve. The actual demand curve is called as a D. Now, this was when income was 5,000 rupees. Now, income got increased. Increased to how much? 10,000 rupees. When income increased, when the price was 5, he demanded 15. You can see here. When the price was 4 rupees, he demanded 20. When the price was 3, he demanded 25. When price was 2, he demanded 40. When price was 1, he demanded 65. So now we got the new demand curve. The new demand curve is this. The new demand curve is called as D1. Now we named differently, like D1. It's a D, so it's a D1. Instead of A, we mentioned the A1. It's a new one, so B1, C1, D1 and the E1. Instead of A, B, C, D, E, we mentioned A, B. So you can see here A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 that we mentioned here. So now you can see when this is shifting towards the right side. When price is decreasing, in this price is decreasing, income is increasing and demand is increasing. 3 variables. One is the income of the consumer, price and demand. All the 3 things when I considered, we have upward movement and the downward movement also. At the same time, we have shift in the demand curve also. So that we can see very clearly with the help of this diagram again. So in this one, first we'll see increase in the demand curve. How exactly it is going to behave. So you have x-axis, which is quantity per period of time. Y-axis always like you have price. So here you have to consider one thing, that is price is constant. Not only price, all the things are constant. Not only price, all the things are constant. Here only 2 variables which we have taken. So that is, you can say it is a income. Income is increasing. So income, Y is nothing but income, will take it as, on the other side we'll take it demand. We'll consider demand and the income of the consumer and the demand. Both the things, when income increases, demand also increases. When income decreases, demand also decreases. Price will keep it constant. So price is constant. So you can see here the curve, straight horizontal line. It is not changing in the both the diagram. Can you see both the diagrams? Price is constant. Only 2 things are changing. One is income, another one is the demand. So all the other things remain constant here. Price is not going to change at all. Just imagine in the case of, in this case, when income is increasing, demand is also going to increase. When income increases, demand also increases. This is the actual demand curve, D1. The actual one. When income increased, demand increased. So in this case, demand is shifting towards the right side. Whenever demand increases, we'll get the new demand curve. The new demand curve is D2. With this, the quantity also shifted towards the right side. This is the old quantity, which is Q. Now we got the new quantity, which is Q1. Whenever we move towards the right side, the curve is going to move towards the right side. Not only move, you can use it as a shift. If curve is moving towards to the right, curve is shifting towards the right, so that means it is increasing. Price remained constant, quantity is increasing, so that because it's shifting towards the right side, demand curve is also moving towards the right side, so demand is also going to increase. The new demand curve what we have got, that is D2. So demand curve is shifting towards the right side, that means that is an increase in the demand curve. So now we'll take it one more. Again, we'll consider price as constant only. The price is not changing at all. So in this case, the actual demand is this, D1. As I told you here also, D1 is the actual one. The D1 is the actual. Consumer's income got decreased. If consumer income decreases, demand also going to decrease. Whenever it decreases, we shift towards the left side. We're shifting towards the left side. So now income got decreased. Because of that, the consumption what I'm doing, the demand for the good, it is also going to decrease. I shifted towards the left side. Can you see the left arrow? And I got the new demand curve, which is D2. D1 is always actual. D2, I got the new curve, which is shifting towards the left side of the D1, because income of the consumer decreased, and whenever income decreases, demand also going to decrease whenever price is constant. Yeah, any other things keeping constant, when income decreases, demand also decreases, and the demand curve is shifting towards the left side. The new demand curve what we have got, that is D2. So left side shift of a demand curve, it is happening because income decreases, demand decreases, we are shifting towards the left when all the things remain constant. Not only in this scenario, in any other scenario. For an example, I'll talk about taste and preferences. When taste and preferences, you're going to take an example. If anybody liking the good, taste and preferences is like nothing but you liking the good. If you're liking the good, that means you're demanding more. If you're demanding more, that means curve is shifting towards the right side again. If you do not like the good, the taste and preferences, one of the determinant of the demand, taste and preference towards any of the good, it is not there, so that means you are shifting towards the left side. So that means again, so in this way, any of the determinant you say, the demand curve is going to shift towards the right and left. So now let's see in which are the cases demand curve is going to shift towards the right side and the left side. First of all, let's talk about the right side. Whenever demand is going to shift towards the right side, whenever it shifts towards the right side, keeping the price constant, so rise in the case of a normal good, when increase in the wealth in the case of normal goods, rise in the price of substitute, fall in the price of complement, an increase in the number of buyers numbers increases, that means demand increases, shifting towards the right side. Taste and preferences, I just told you, if you like the video, it's favorable, so shifting towards the right side. Your income is increasing, the people who are getting income, if their income is increasing, shifting towards the right. I just gave an example of income and demand. Now if the price of the future is going to increase, so now you will purchase more because of that demand is going to increase. So the last one, if you have any government policies which encourage the consumption, any kind of policies, regulations which is coming, which encourages the consumption, in that case also consumption increasing, that means demand is increasing, shifting towards the right side. On the other side, we'll talk about the left side. Whenever we see the demand curve is going to shift towards the left side, that means the demand is decreasing. Whenever we're going to see decrease in demand, what are the reasons for that? A fall in the case of normal goods, decrease in the wealth of normal goods, fall in the substitutes, rise in the complement, decrease in the number of buyers when the taste and preferences are completely against to the good, redistribution of income, and they'll become poor, they'll get less income. An expectation of a price will fall in the future. If the in future price is going to fall, now you will not demand, you'll stop demanding. If you stop demanding, the demand is going to shift towards the left, it is going to decrease. And the last one, any government policies comes like the consumption will decrease, like cigarette smoking, these all things government is making sure that bringing a lot of further rules and regulations to stop the consumption. Through this, if they are trying to bring any kind of rules and regulation where the consumption will be reduced, so because of that demand is going to reduce. If the demand is decreasing, again demand curve is shifting towards the left side. So I hope you got to know why demand curve is going to shift towards the right and left. By keeping the price constant, any other determinants are going to increase. So any other determinants are going to change. So that makes the curve shift towards the right and left. If you understood my video, please subscribe and share. Thank you.